I really felt like at times, we got back to our old self and we looked like a productive offense. He was a lot more relaxed, playing at home. Obviously that helped him too. Our offensive line did a good job. I think he only got hit one time all night. When you're a quarterback and only get hit one time, that really makes a difference. But I thought he did a good job managing our offense, not putting the ball in jeopardy, and finding a way to get us in the end zone. I would say that, we're really wanting to get Clint in a rhythm. And so we got in a rhythm early, and we just kind of went with it. But Kyle has his package, and, he'll be ready. Each game will be a little bit different. And, whatever they're taking away or whatever advantage we can see by, using either one of those guys. But it definitely helped Clint getting a rhythm, and him getting off to a good start really helped us also. And, we're a run, play, action team, and we're able to run the football effectively. That's what we're going to do. And, it may mean that we need to throw it just a little bit more than we did last week. It all depends on what they're giving us. But we've got to be able to do both. And that's what we're working hard on doing. And at times, even though we threw it 15 times, we completed, I believe, 12. So, just if you can't run the football, you got to throw it. If you can't throw it, you got to run it. So each game will dictate, that number either being higher or lower.
That's big for me because everybody knows, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm probably 95% sure that everybody's game plan is stop number 5. Being I've only started twice, they probably want to make me beat them. And, but if our line's blocking like they did last week, and, it's really going to be hard for them to stop Mike, even if they know it's coming. But that really opens it up for me. The corners are a little softer, and it really helps us out.
I think we made some improvement. I think we're still, even this late in the season, not playing at a level that I think any of us think they're capable of, and I think that's the most important thing. Even though we're this far into the season, the question still remains: how much better can we get? How much can we improve? We're a run-first offense, and you can say that you want to be good at everything, and you certainly do. You have to be, but if you're going to be great at anything, then I think you've got to emphasize that. And we certainly spend a lot of time on both. But if there's a priority, if you look at the number of times we snap the football and hand it to Mike or Ontario or Trey versus the number of times that we're going to drop back and throw it, it doesn't make sense to spend an equal amount of time on both. And, I think that's any good running football team. You look at any team that's good running the football, they get better as the game goes on. And I think particularly when you have the type of run game that we do that's very much a north-south game, and you really try to get downhill on people, I think it has the ability to wear on people, particularly if we're able to get the tempo going and pace them a little bit. I think it has the potential to really wear on teams and pick up in the second half like it did a lot last year. I think that was good for us to kind of get back to that.
As Coach Ruth said, I was a little bit all over the place, but it wasn't in a bad way. It was really in a good way. What he meant was I was running to the ball. I guess you could say I was trying to make every play, but I was still, still doing my assignment. So looking back on film, watching film with Coach, I managed not to get an MA. But if I did, it wasn't on it wasn't on my assignment. Playing the block. It was on missing sacks or not wrapping up. Things like that. So I'm really amped up. But I'm not a guy who's just, talk about it too much. I've been hitting Isaiah every spring, except 2. But, I kind of know some of his talents. I know some of his traits. I'm sure that'll help. I'm sure I'm going to, tell my guys. I'm going to tell Coach Ruth what I think gets at Isaiah because me personally, I know best.
The first thing I said was, I knew it was a top 10 play, ESPN top 10. It was... he does it a lot, so I wasn't too surprised. But I think the best part was when we switched hands and dove in. That was awesome because it was not a good throw, but it made me look good on paper at least, which obviously is not my main focus or anything, but I mean, it was a great play. There's nothing bad you can say about that besides the throw.
You know, he's one of those special type players, but to answer your question, yes, it did surprise me. It was, you know, it's more than a one-handed catch. I mean, to switch hands and, you know, to get it in the end zone, that was really special. That was one of those special type wow plays that, you know, we ask our guys to make. But, you know, Phillip's accustomed to making really tough catches, even in practice. But that was definitely a special play.
You know, I don't really know how this thing got blown up into being brothers and best friends, but you know, we're really close. But he's just always open. Honestly, he's a good receiver, and I mean, I trust him, and you know, a lot of stuff's designed to him, and he's open, and kind of just works out like that. But you know, I'm not trying to downplay the fact we're friends, but I think it's kind of got blown out of proportion a little bit.
You guys are.
You tell them this. I call it. I like to call them club rockers. You tell them it's gonna be a club rocker. You know, when it's real loud when you're in the club, and then you know everybody's pushing around and getting physical in the club. That's the kind of thing that I kind of explain to them. You know, I feel like it kind of correlates. You know, they can better understand it. So tell them to get their mind right when you go into this game.
I bit my tongue, so
You did.
I'm gonna try to keep my mouth fairly shut. I did that an hour and a half ago, yelling at somebody in practice.
Does Isaiah still have that dog that he brought out on signing day?
From what I hear, he just rented it.